Hey guys, it's Squid. Welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing tonight? I am exhausted. Exhausted. I just cannot figure out why I'm so damn. Oh, yeah, I can. I have a 3-year-old now. She's officially 3 years old. Oh my. Oh, it's been exhausting. Wind down with me and figure out why I'm so damn tired. My house was full of people. I have not had this many people in my house ever. My dad is headed back to his hotel because he's not staying with us. I'm tired. The Mr. Squid and the little are out playing tea party and they were just doing their own thing. So I decided to come in here and test my internet. So what was wrong? They found nothing wrong in our house. There were some wires that needed to be cleaned up outside, um, but nothing was actually wrong in our house. However, in the neighborhood, there was in one of the panels or whatever, one of their boxes, there was a damaged fuse. Um, it wasn't a blown fuse, it was damaged. The guy described it as like a light bulb. That when it's going, it kind of cuts out every now and then and flashes, but it still works. And so they replaced it. And actually, that guy wasn't actually supposed to be at our house. The guy who ended up replacing the fuse, he was driving through our neighborhood at the same time when our tech got to our neighborhood, and they started talking. And I was wondering why my tech was supposed to be here at a certain time, and it said he'd be here within 5 minutes, and he ended up being late. It's because he was in our neighborhood talking to the other guy who is the maintenance guy who was looking for what was wrong with the whole neighborhood, not just us. So apparently we weren't the only people complaining, which kind of makes me feel good because at least I know I'm not the crazy person. Because when you're the only person having problems, or when you think you're the only person having problems and people gaslight you into thinking that you're the only people having problems and your problems aren't real. Because I was screenshotting every time something happened. Oh, and Kathy, thank you to everybody who contributed to Baby Squid's birthday Amazon list. She absolutely loves everything. I hung up the Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all know what you got, and I'm sorry if I'm tired, so like remembering what people got. But I hung up all her stuffed animals in like the net or like the thing. Oh my god, her room looks so much better, so much cleaner because all of her stuffed animals, well, most of her stuffed animals. I don't want to put too much in this thing because I don't want it to rip out of the wall. Yes, the net. The net is great. It's great. It's like a fuse is new to me. Yeah. I yeah. So I hope it works, but I'm in 1080p. I'm still getting that stupid like little thing from StreamYard, that little like low internet connection is unstable. But I seem to have it says connection is unstable in StreamYards or StreamYard, but in Studio it says excellent connection. So we seem to be doing okay. We seem to be doing okay. I had one with suction cups for the tub when my girls were little. For the tub we have and it was actually on my housewarming list when I was redoing her bathroom. Well, not redoing, just doing her bathroom. There's a thing that goes over the edge of the tub. One side is for toys, and the other side is for shampoo, conditioner, soap, stuff like that. So I hope everybody had a great day. I am exhausted. It is hot. It is hot down here. Like, I know it's July in Georgia. I know. I know. So when people tell me it's hot, but like it is not usually this hot. It has not been this hot the entire time that I've lived here. And right now it is really, really hot. Like it is really hot. Like I just can't. Like I'm trying to convince my dad to move down here because the house that's next door to me is for sale. So I'm trying to convince my dad to buy it. So everybody, if you see Mr. or Papa Squid in the chat, tell him to buy the house because he's retiring and I want him to live closer. But this heat is not this heat is not his friend. But it's like it's normally not this hot. It's really not. It's really not. Even people that live here right now are like, it's friggin' hot. And we're all like, it's freaking hot, man. But I'm just figured I would test out my internet. We would do a speed test real quick. Because why not do a speed test when you're streaming so that we can literally see what I've got going on here. Because we've got all the devices right now. I'm at 930 megabytes per second download speed. 937. And my upload speed is 54. 55, 54. Yeah, about 54. So, yeah, move closer to grandbaby. I know, right? So my average upload speed was 51. So that's definitely better than what we were getting before. And so far it seems to be good. So whatever this StreamYard is giving me this little symbol for, it's inaccurate because in YouTube Studio, where apparently is all that matters, I have an excellent connection. So that is all that matters to me, I guess. Yep, my stream health is excellent. And Duncan, Idaho, thanks for a $5 super chat. Georgia, the place where you can open your front door at 9 a.m. and immediately want to go back inside, take a shower, and spend the day inside with the AC on. 9 a.m. is really not that bad. Something happens here between 10 and 11 a.m. that, like, it goes from tolerable to what the hell. But it's weird. But it's normally not this bad. I promise. Oh, right now, it is literally, the humidity is not the problem right now. Literally, we went outside today to one of our neighbors couldn't come over or couldn't make it to the party today, so we brought them some food and some cupcakes. Because, we have extras. God forbid, we have extra cupcakes. But like, we're like, it is not that humid right now. It is purely just like an oven, just like an oven. And it is not like that. Usually it's hot and humid, but usually it's like high 80s, low 90s. This is like upper 90s and just awful, like god awful. Like I just like, oh, I have to show you guys. So my mother and Duncan, Idaho, thank you for the 5 gifted Squid Pro Quo memberships. I appreciate you. Hey, Heidel 1776. How are you? Hi, hon. Just popping in for a titch and then smash the like. Yes, please smash the like button. We have 22 people in here and only 12 likes. Like, I don't know what I have to do. Do I have to, like, balance some plates on my head and, like, so. You hit 90 in Pennsylvania. Oy. And hey, Wednesday's Life, how are you? Oh, all right. Yeah, 91 degrees and 90. only 78 right now. It's 7:08. I think it's like 90 degrees. Mom, yeah, that's what gets me. The pollen clouds. In like April and May, everything is yellow. Like everything is yellow. So my mother, Mom, this is nothing bad, I promise. So we put together a nice little a hungry hippos. We got hungry hippos. Not, typical for a toddler, small, younger child. Great. Not a good, but it's the unicorn version. Once again, not really a problem. However, I don't remember any of the hippos having names when I was a kid. I could be wrong. It's been about 35 years since I've had a hungry hippos game. However, oh my goodness. Hey Jeff, 11 stabbed in Traverse City Walmart. Oh my God. Prayers for everybody, but let's not go. Happy B-Day, by the way. Doing all right. Just laying low. 3D life stuff. Yeah, 3D life lately is 3D life lately. And it's baby Squid's birthday today. She's 3, so I no longer have a 2-year-old. I have we play that game as a death match now, an only child. Well, anyway, I don't remember I don't particularly remember the hippos having names. However, I did put this on my Squid Proco Facebook page, which I actually used today for the first time in months. However, I think you guys will get a kick out of this because, well, you'll when you see it, you can't unsee it. I saw this and I burst out laughing. And I had to take a picture. And I was taking pictures of the day. But it was baby Squid and her dad and I playing. And it's named Bubbles, but it looks like Fleeca. And once you see that it looks like Lisa, you cannot unsee it. I mean, y'all, I literally burst out laughing. And I know that's mean, but and that was the one I was using, and I didn't realize it because it's blue. It's my favorite color. I was using blue. The shit that had to be a sign, right? Like I just can't. Like I burst out laughing, and I know. I mean, so my mom, this is her fault. This is her fault. Like you can't once you see it, you can't unsee it. And I just yeah. Tell me that that's not a sign from about something good or bad. That's just not a is there another hippo named Flea or Shelly? No, but it looks like Lisa. In that one picture I saw that everybody uses to joke about her, and God forbid, poor her, like sometimes, like, I know that I don't like her, and I know that I'm still bitter about the fact that they talked about my child. However, however, at a certain point, you get like you get to a point where you're just like, I kind of feel bad for you. I pity you. Oh my goodness. Uh, I had a Mr. T moment. I pity the fool. Like I lost it. Like I lost it. Oh, and then I have to share an article with you that my dad shared with me. My parents, man. Like like I was gonna do a stream about like random things on the news. Um and I just have to share this article with you. You weren't, but it was just like you and dad do things unknowingly that are just hilarious. Like like I I just I I just can't. Like I just can't. I just have to return a text real quick. There we go. Is Fleesa a walrus or at a home fleet or unborn twin Wally? Oh, hey, living life. So I just have to share this article that my dad sent me. Well, my dad found it and was reading it to me, and I was like, "Can you just send it to me? That's hilarious." So it just y'all know I was naval aviation. Y'all know that Mr. Squid worked on F-18s. But this headline just got me. Seattle woman takes Navy's Blue Angels to court, and I will try my damnedest to get my hands on this lawsuit. To court over social media censorship. I can't read today, and acoustic torture of cat. Let me read that headline one more time, just so we can all bask in awe at the stupidity at the same time. Seattle woman takes Navy's Blue Angels to court over social media censorship and acoustic torture of cat. Seattle woman claims First Amendment violation after being blocked for complaining about jet noise terrorizing her elderly cat. I just... A Seattle woman is suing the U.S. Navy's Blue Angels, the military's most famous flight demonstration squadron, after she was blocked from commenting on its Instagram account to complain about the state-sanctioned acoustic torture. And that's a quote, by the way, from the group's aerial shows and practices, which she said terrorized her cat in her final days. Lauren Ann Lombardi filed a federal lawsuit in July 21st, accusing the Blue Angels of infringing on her First Amendment rights. The complaint named Navy Commander Adam Bryan. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Lieutenant Ben Bashong, the public affairs officer for the Blue Angels, and an unnamed social media administrator for the squadron as defendants. Oh my God. I can't move out of Washington because I love it. It's beautiful and I grew up here, but we do have a lot of stupids around here. I mean, and hey, 3 awesome dogs, how are you? I mean, I just can't. Yeah, I I just can't. Like, I just can't. Mm. Ugh. I just can't. Like, the they annoy the crap out of me, but that's because I had to deal with them for not the Blue Angels per se, but just pilots for years that I'm like, yeah, then she should sue everyone that shoots off fireworks the 4th of July. Yeah, we're gonna get to that, but I want to read this lawsuit so bad, and it's in federal court. I don't know. She just sued July 21st, so this is brand new. So I have to. When I heard about this, I'm like, oh, I need to read that lawsuit. Ah. The lawsuit states that the Blue Angels perform shows in the Seattle area near Puget Sound every August using the F-A-18EF Super Hornet jets with the subtlety of a military occupation. While reaching speeds of upwards of 700 miles per hour. Well, yeah, this is total PR, which produces extreme decibel levels. Yeah, and it's annoying, but whatever. During the shows, Lombardi engaged in a familiar American pastime of complaining to her government about how her government's actions through her government social media accounts to advocate for her elderly cat, Layla, who suffered from congestive heart disease, and calling for the demonstrations in August of 2023 and 2024 to end, the lawsuit states. Thanks, Tammy. I will tell her. Yeah, it's the sound of freedom. Literally. However, she was eventually blocked from commenting on the Blue Angels Instagram page. These thin-skinned bureaucrats blocked Lombardi from commenting any further, thereby muzzling an American citizen while simultaneously blinding the broader public from witnessing legitimate grievances against their government. The lawsuit said of the people running the Instagram account. Jesus Christ. Just when you think the world can't get any more freaking ridiculous, here we go. Lombardi's messages appeared to show her displeasure and frustration with the noise levels from the performances. Stop with your terrorizing expletives. So, expletives. You're terrorizing my cat and all the other animals and wildlife, one message states. F off, and no one gives a F about your stupid little planes. Did they ever think that they might have deleted her message because she cursed? So, I mean, did y'all think that they might have deleted her messages because she cursed? And the Blue Angels fancy themselves a family-friendly affair. She also left multiple comments on the Blue Angels Instagram post or tagged their handle on other accounts' posts where she directed users to sign a change.org petition. And that might be the other thing. They might have something against you putting links to other. Just like I don't like people dropping links in here that aren't related to YouTube. Or like this morning, or people who I support, I'll drop links for. But I'll only drop links for generally people who come into this chat. Like, I love other creators and I will support other creators, but I'm not going to drop other creators' links in my chat when they're never in my chat sort of situation. And like I would be kind of offended and possibly block people. I know that you can't really drop links. But if random people just came in and started dropping links in my chat or in my comment section, I would probably block them. So the mentality here is if she was dropping links to a petition to have them shut down, then they would block that. Like, that's a natural thing to just. When she was blocked from the Blue Angels account on August 5th of 2023, Lombardi sent the group a direct message calling them cowards. The message was never delivered because she was blocked. Lombardi said her cat suffered in her final days because of the aerial performances. You never should have had your cat suffer. If you were humane, you would have had your cat put to sleep. But no, you wanted to be a selfish pet owner and let her suffer in her final days with congestive heart failure. That makes you a horrible pet owner. You might want to look in the mirror, lady. Hey, Gail. Oh, my goodness. Like, wow, she's something else and definitely educated beyond her intelligence. Oh, right, Heidi? Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you just wonder, whatever bandwidth Layla's walnut-sized brain could previously gorge upon had been narrowed to a single overwhelming frequency, pure debilitating terror, the lawsuit states. Well, why did you let her suffer with all those things that were wrong with her instead of being humane and putting her to sleep and not letting her suffer like a normal pet owner who is not a seething idiot? Yes, Mr. Secretary, we are canceling the air show because of a sick cat. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but like, did she insult her own cat? I mean, I know cats have a small head, small brain, but at the same time, whatever bandwidth Layla's walnut-sized brain who previously gorged upon, like, this is a lawsuit, sir, not a like horror novel. Every August was good until then, but no August would ever be the same. Layla's condition continued to deteriorate, and she left home again for the final time. She spent her last week fighting for her life in a specialty hospital before being humanely euthanized on August 11th of 2024. I'm just got a problem. I just have so many problems with this. I can't wait to read this lawsuit. Surrounded by her inconsolably grieving family. I love pets. I love pets. But if you are inconsolable over a cat, if you are inconsolable over a cat, you have more problems than just losing your cat. Yes, it's sad to lose a pet because pets are like family. However, oh, and they do make this thing called CBD that's specifically made for pets. They do have brands that are specifically made to calm pets. They're from loud noises. Lots of pet owners give it to them on the 4th of July to keep them calm from fireworks. I see it all over social media. It seems to work. Just saying. Well, we know who to talk to if a hairball is found sabotaging one of the engines. Yeah. And hey, Jackie Dubuck, I'll tell her. Oh, and I don't know if the person here is going to be on replay crew, but to the person, you know who you are, who got her the little medical cart. She carries it. I put it together yesterday. And ever since I put it together, she has been pulling it all over the entire house until she opened her stuff today, and then she got sidetracked. But like, that is her thing, to pull over everything. She always wants to give everybody a shot because it has a little fake syringe. And it's like, yeah, I give both Odie and Dakota hemp treats. See? Oh, pictures of medical cart, please. I think I have some. When we get through this, I will show it to you. Layla's final days on Earth were marred by sadistic suffering caused by you, cowering in terror beneath furniture while her ailing heart struggled against Blue Angel's relentless noise pollution. Layla died knowing only fear when she should have known only love. The lawsuit noted that Lombardi respects and supports the U.S. military. Yes, and this right here. Inconsolable is a very strong term to use. I've lost family members and other loved ones, and while I grieved, I would not have said I was inconsolable. The only people who I've ever seen that were absolutely inconsolable were people who lost family members in a tragic, unexpected kind of way, which that I can completely understand. But a pet, don't get me wrong, I love animals. However, there is a big difference between a pet, a cat who you know has a heart condition and is old, because she describes her as an elderly cat, and a family member, even a sick grandparent or, aging parent. Like, there's hey, Flashman, it was super impromptu, so I'm not surprised. Our vet gave me a low dose of GABA for our facility when she is stressed from residents passing. Like, and that, I think this chick is Mayor Pete's twin sister. And I can understand that, but this lady is not so, because the context here, surrounded by her inconsolably grieving family. So there was more than one person. Oh, we had baby Squid's birthday party today. So I'm decompressing. I'm exhausted. But it was a good day. I've never had that many people in my house at one time, so it was sensory overload. And her criticism of the Blue Angels was focused on the environmental and constitutional harms caused by their demonstration practices and subsequent censorship activities. She's asking the judge to force the Blue Angels to unblock her from the Instagram account in order the defendants named in the lawsuit to take remedial First Amendment training, and then award her the cost of attorney's fees. A spokesperson for the Blue Angels told Fox News Digital the squadron doesn't comment on pending litigation. She seemed good. The only thing that I saw her looking at was, I have, when I went to that winery before she got pregnant, and I was saving that bottle of wine for her. So that bottle of wine is set for when she can have another drink. So that was the only, but other than that, she's just tired, late first trimester, just fatigue. She's good though. Duncan, Idaho. 1, live near a military base. 2, complain about the noise. Well, okay. My only thing with this is with it being the Blue Angels, it might have just been near an airport, which still is like, yeah, you live near an airport and then you complain about the noise. But, you know, it's one of those things of like, yeah, it's the people who like lived near Oceana and then bitched about the jet noise all day. It's like, you live here, you moved here. That's not it's not our fault. So, hey, showing support as I do before I go. Take a sec. If you're in live chat, refresh chat occasionally so you don't miss out. Oh yeah, make sure you're in live chat, because if you come in and go, and I know that the problem lately has been with ads not refreshing and stuff, you come back into the chat and you automatically get defaulted to top chat, not all chat, or live chat, and sometimes you can miss stuff. Hey, it's me. Thank you. It was the little's birthday today. I got a couple months. I'm not looking forward to my next birthday. So, but we will, so what Seattle would be, let's see. Pacer login. Sorry, I was looking up documents today. So going back to my photos to look for if I can find a photo of that medical cart. Oh, here we go. There we go. So what she's got right in here is a little thing that has an X-rays on it and has an echocardiogram or an EKG. It also has a sound of like your heart monitor. So it's supposed to go right in there, but she wanted to keep it in this handle. But she would take this handle and just pull this around all day. Like she's in the kitchen. Like she's standing in front of the refrigerator at this point in time. So she's oh, Flash fan, no problem. Sorry I couldn't stick around. My dad's in town and we got, with it with it going on, with things going on around here. It happens, but she's been pulling it. See this, like this thing right in here. Oh, there's a little shot, fake shot thing, a little syringe that she's just going around giving everybody shots. So she's that's my little girl. My little baby's not a little baby anymore. But my little baby's not a little baby anymore. Tip: when you go shopping, give them a short talk and reward for acting right in the store. A prize was anything they wanted for less than $2. It's a good idea. Usually she's not bad in the store. I've been taking her to the store with me since she was like, 6 days old. I never really oh yeah, she wanted to test everybody's reflexes. She instantly knew what that little hammer was for. The problem is she still doesn't know like dental. So she started I thought she was gonna bust some kneecaps. baby Squid busting kneecaps since age 3. All right. But I'm gonna see if I can find this this lawsuit real quick, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah, hammer and a nail. That was certainly something, all right. Oh my goodness. She knew what everything was too. The thing is now she wants to use the fake stuff, and she doesn't want to use the real stuff. Um, like, so I just, yeah, yeah, she can use it on her stuffed animals. Yeah, and now most of her stuffed animals are, thanks to uh, Kathy Stewart. Most of her stuffed animals are hanging up and not all over the place, which is so nice. There was a little here and a little there and a little there, and now they are on the top row of her bookshelf, up against the wall, and in the little net. And it's like they're all in one spot because she wasn't playing with them a lot anyway. She plays with some, but she doesn't play with them all. And she has a lot because my mom gets one for every holiday. She gets a little bear. And she has my my stuffed animal from when I had brain surgery. I used it as like a pillow. My mom got it for me when I had surgery. And then she has my bear from when I was a baby. That was at my grandparents' house. I'm pretty sure that bear has got some attachments to it, if you know what I mean. Um, if you believe in the paranormal stuff, I believe I have a stuffed animal that has an attachment, a positive attachment, but an attachment nonetheless. And then I have bears that when I went overseas, I got stuffed animals from my grandmother. I got her a bear from Dubai, Hard Rock Cafe in Dubai, Ski Dubai. I think I got one from Portugal. I got bears from everywhere that I went. I have not everywhere. I got a few bears when I could find them for my grandmother. And when she passed away, I took them back because my grandpa wanted to give everything away. And before he gave them to some random person or donated them to charity, I took them back. So we'll see. Like, she is real smart following her here, growing in such a positive direction. I try. And the thing about it is like sometimes I try to follow like a Montessori or an occupational therapy type of parenting. Like, I'm not a perfect parent by any means, but sometimes when she cries, I don't go and help her because I know why she's crying. She's working on something and she's frustrated, but me stepping in and helping her, one, isn't going to teach her anything. Is only going to teach her that if I cry, mom will help me. So when we're working on getting dressed or she's working on homework or anything in the future, if I whine and cry, mom will help me. Two, you can't work on your attention span if no one ever gives you the opportunity to work on your attention span. If I step in every time she's playing by herself and she makes a little bit of noise, but she's not actively looking for me to step in, I don't. I just let her play so that she can work on her attention span. But like with that whole every time she cries, that's why she's saying, "Oh, help me, help me." She's sitting right here. I'm watching her sometimes, and she says, "Help me," and y'all hear her say, "Help me" on stream. She doesn't need help. She's literally working on something. It's okay to be frustrated. Like the thing about, and I feel like I'm not trying to give parenting advice to anybody because I'm not I'm not about that. But I feel like that's part of what's wrong with my generation and younger is our parents always wanted to help us because Gen X was neglected. Y'all know if you're Gen X kids, your parents neglected you. They had to tell you every night, 10 o'clock, do you know where your kids are? Gen X parents or Gen X's parents had to be reminded that they had kids. So Gen X parents wanted to help and give their kids everything they didn't. Well, with that, they fucked over Gen Z because Gen Z now whines and cries and thinks they're going to get everything and doesn't understand that life is frustrating and sometimes it's okay to be frustrated and you just got to work through it. Like, yeah, and I'm not trying to like call out Gen X parents But like, parents try to give their kids what they didn't have. Gen X, their parents forgot they had kids. Like, it's a giant joke now, but it's kind of true. Like, yeah, you're right, Squid. That was more popular than a popular saying. Yeah, like it's one of those things. Like, I'm early millennial, kind of where millennial and Gen X cross, where I don't fit in with either generation. But like, it's one of those things of like, I see how Gen X, because my parents would kick me out of the house in the morning, drink out of the garden hose. You only came in to use the bathroom, and if you took a little too long, you got yelled at. You only came in to get food, and then you went back outside. But like, you try to give your kids everything that you weren't given, which is all the attention. And in a way, that kind of screwed over the younger generation. And I'm trying not to do that, in the sense of, I'm trying to treat my daughter like it's okay to be a little frustrated with something. You're not going to learn something and be perfect at it the first time you do it. It's like skating or learning a sport. You're not going to be good at it the first time you do it. It's delayed gratification. But if I step in and help her every time that she gets frustrated with something, I'm not going to teach her that it's okay to be frustrated. Yes, if she sits there and struggles to the point where like, okay, like I'm going to step in and help you because I don't want you to get like angry about it. But like, a little frustration is not a bad thing. Like, this right here, having 2 or 3 teenagers as grandchildren, when frustration level goes off the charts, I try hard to help them work out the problem, not just solve it for them. Yes, that right there. So I will let her try to solve it first by herself before I just step in. But then I will be like, okay, let's try again. Like getting dressed right now, she'll put one arm in, perfectly fine. But that second arm, she likes to put it through her head. And then she gets frustrated, but she'll pull it back out, and then she'll do it again. And we can't quite figure out. So I will reverse chain, So pop back in for a second. I'm a parent in Gen X, but parented my kids similar to you and how my grandparents' generation. Yeah, and I'm gotta go again and see on the flip side. And it's just one of those things, like, nobody's a perfect parent, and I am not a perfect parent, but like, I'm trying to learn from what my parents did right and what I feel like my parents did not so right. Like my mom, I tell my mom this all the time. So she's here. This is not a dig at my mom, but when I wanted to quit a sport and I said, Mom, I want to quit, my mom said, okay. And sometimes I wish that my mom would have said, stick it out for the rest of the season, or stick it out for the rest of, the calendar year, the school year. And then see if you still want to quit. And if you still want to quit, then you will quit. But instead, my mom just let me quit because she wanted to be a supportive parent. And I get it. Like, not trying to talk crap about my mom for it. My mom and I have had this conversation. So my mom and I have had this conversation multiple times. So like, it's a thing. So I'm not sitting here talking crap about my mom. Yeah. So the haters can just screw off with that one before I get a comment. Why are you talking crap about your mom when she's in the chat? Yeah. Do you think it's bad parenting that led to cases like Greg and Griffith? I don't know. With Greg, I think there was some mental health stuff there. And I don't think her mental health stuff was handled appropriately by anybody. And that's not just her parents, that's doctors. Also, both of those cases were of divorced parents. And it's complicated. I mean, there's not one, and that's one thing I've learned about these kids, and that's fascinating to me, and why I follow these kids that unalive or accused of unaliving their parents, because I wanted to know if there was a pattern or if it was just being reported more. So it could be either one. With Greg, I think it was a mental health thing, and I think that her doctors put her on the wrong medications for her age. She was on medications that people under 18, and they literally say not recommended for people under the age of 18. In, like, if you've ever listened to a antidepressant commercial, may increase thoughts of suicide if under the age of 18. Well, the only difference between self-deletion and deletion of others, it's not a huge difference. So and bad parenting led to the Menendez case. And if you haven't been following, Flash Fan has a Discord server, and in his Discord server he does Court Watch, and he's been doing the Menendez opening statements, and I've been in and out, so I haven't caught them completely. But like, if there's Flash Fan is the Court Watch guy that I go to. He is more interested in a lot of cases than I am. I'm interested in them from an outward view, but like, he's in the trenches with some of these cases. He and I are going to start eventually going through the Stephen Avery case. For those of you who don't know, if you've ever seen the Netflix documentary Making a Murderer, is about Stephen Avery in Manitowoc, Wisconsin, which was an hour from my house. Stephen Avery actually hits a little home, because he was in prison for a crime he didn't commit. He spent, I believe, 26 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, got out, got a settlement from the state or the county, and then got accused of unaliving somebody. So it's 18 years. Thanks. I remember it when I was in high school. He got out when I was in high school. So it's the reason that it's interesting is I know a girl. She doesn't particularly like me. I live rent-free in her head. I quit the hospital 6 years later. She's codependent with her husband. I quit the hospital in 2020. But when I went in 2024, when I went to go visit my dad, I was going to stop by the hospital and say hi to people. And my friend was like, you shouldn't come to the hospital because so-and-so is working. And I was like, so? And it was like, well, because you guys had problems. We had one argument once in 6 years that I worked there. Apparently this girl I still intimidate or whatever this girl 6 years after the fact, or I haven't worked there in 5 years and I still live rent free in her head. It's a thing. But anyway, her husband was college roommates with Teresa Halbach's brother. So, which is the victim in that case. So we are going to possibly be going through the transcripts together. We just have to find times because y'all know 3D life. Like, oh, have a good night. And thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate you so much. And you also did send the book, the Handwriting Without Tears book, and I can't wait to start using that with her just to try to get her starting to write. Because if we can write our name before we get to kindergarten, we are a step ahead of the rest of the world. So, all right, I am going to look for that Blue Angels lawsuit just because it's hilarious. How has my connection been? Has anybody had a problem? Have I disconnected or dropped out for anybody or skipped? Have we been good? Because I think I've been okay, but it's I've been good, and so far we're doing okay. I can definitely, yes. So far we've been good. Yay. Now that we've officially maybe fixed the internet problem, we can get back to actually streaming some important stuff. Cause it's always when my internet's been acting up, it's really frustrating, and I understand it's frustrating for y'all, and it's frustrating for me, and like it's this like weird conundrum of this weird conundrum of how to do this. So we shall see. But thanks guys for hanging out with me on a Saturday night. I was trying to see if there was anybody else that I could redirect you to, but I can't. Nobody I subscribe to is streaming right now. Shizzy has something that's on Monday. But I don't know. Like, everybody else's streams are Monday. All right, guys. Well, in that case, I'm going to set you free on the internet to do your own thing. Good luck. Good luck. And I will see you on the next one. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, guys.